everyone. So I'm back at work. I've been back all week, but me and my family got COVID, despite being double vaxxed and boosted. Fortunately, we didn't get too bad of symptoms. I was out for like 3 to 4 days, like right over Christmas. So we've had a COVID Christmas over here, and but I've honestly been feeling better since Sunday, Monday, and so I've been working, getting ready to not only closing up 2021, getting super excited for 2022, and I just been super reflective. Part of it was my team had me write a blog about the 2021 recap, but just thinking back on this year, and also having some downtime during COVID to reflect on life and all we've accomplished this year, and all we've got through as humanity this year. Actually, this is a piece of art right here that was made by a friend of mine here in Pittsburgh and a musician, Alex Peck, and he's a drummer, and he's all these old drum heads, and so he had them all lying around, and he decided to start making art on them. He has all this beautiful art that he sells on these drum head canvases, and this was the one he made for COVID, right? And so if you zoom in, if you have that ability to do that on video, you can zoom in, you can see each of those spaces have a word associated with COVID, and it really gets at of just like the collective trauma that we've gone through or still going through with this disease and the fear. And anyway, I know it's been a rough year, and we're all affected by that, and just take it easy on yourself and each other, because COVID's been rough, especially if you've gotten it. But fortunately, we're in day 9 of isolation, which is more extreme than quarantine. I learned that. And we will be out and about starting next week. And I'm so excited because my extroverted self is getting a little stir crazy. So anyway, despite 2020 and 2021, and it's essentially the same year, right? I feel like it feels like exactly the same year, just a really long year. But even though it hasn't been the greatest couple years for humanity, it has been a great 2 years for Mattingly Solutions. So I just wanted to take a moment to celebrate. I feel like a lot of, people, and women particularly, don't like toot their own horn because it's bragging. But I got a really wonderful message this morning from Lynn Shore, who is a very successful organizational psychologist and management professor at Colorado State. And I spoke in her leadership class. I think it was like senior level leadership class in the business school this past semester. And she must have just got her student evals back. And they were just saying how, they really appreciated my talk and felt really inspired, and that they should maybe be shooting a little higher for their future careers, to like hear from a young, successful woman CEO, right? And so I was like, okay, these messages need to get out there. You can roll your eyes at me for bragging, but I'm going to do a little, just sharing some of our successes this year, and hope that you can celebrate with us, or celebrate your own successes, and be, maybe inspired by them as well. So in the last couple of years at Mattingly Solutions, so particularly from the end of 2020 to now the end of 2021, so that year comparison, we grew our revenue 5-fold. So the revenue we made at the end of 2020, we have multiplied that by 5 for the end of this year, which is amazing. Like, super proud of that. I don't do this for the money. For those of you that know me, I don't do this for the money. I do it because this is my passion and my calling, using science to improve the human experience at work. It's why I became an organizational psychologist. But I want to have impact. I want to serve our clients and serve them well and get more clients. And I want to continue growing our team. And to do that, we need to be profitable, right? And so money is never my first goal, but as a business owner, it is one of my goals. And to see this humongous, accomplishment of 5 times growth compared to last year in our revenue is just amazing. Also, not only did we retain clients from 2020, but we also got a ton more clients in 2021. And so we are serving clients in industries that include technology, retail, education, and nonprofits changing the world, like Human Rights Watch and the Aspen Institute, that are, fighting climate change right now. Like, sometimes I feel like not that I wish, but should I have gone into another field where I could be like actively trying to, take carbon out of the air somehow? I don't think I would have been a very good scientist in that regard. But to be able to serve a company that's doing that, a nonprofit that's doing that, is just like so rewarding. So not only do we work with all these amazing industries and these nonprofits, but big brands, and that are HQ, headquartered right here in Pittsburgh. So we started working with American Eagle. We started working with Dick's Sporting Goods. And not only, we work closely with the corporate office here in Pittsburgh, but, the work we do, goes out to all the stores. So we impact thousands of stores and hundreds of thousands of employees across the country. Like, that is so incredibly exciting to me. And we're not doing like the one-off, like come in, do a training and leave. We're doing this long-term strategic partnership work with these heads of diversity, equity, inclusion, and just, once again, having the impact that we so desire and seek to have. Why we're firm of IO psychologists. This is what we got into it for. So amazing year for Mattingly Solutions. I feel super grateful, especially, in the current climate we are in, being a first-time business owner and having to learn a ton every single day. But, we wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for our team. Our team is amazing. We are proudly woman-owned and woman-led, and the best business decision I have made, hands down, in my entire run as a business owner thus far, has been bringing on Sertrice Grice. So Sertrice and I met, very serendipitously. She came in at the last minute to do a co-facilitation of a webinar with me. It was on allyship. We have such shared views and perspectives on DEI, and how DEI really needs to be bringing people together rather than dividing us, separating us apart. And so her work, and bringing her on to Mattingly Solutions as our Chief Consulting Officer, it's just been amazing. And she has brought in and served our biggest clients. She's also the yin to my yang. Like, I am super big thinker, very impatient, sometimes for good, sometimes for bad. I dream really big, and, usually pays off. The saying goes, shoot for the moon, you'll end up among the stars. It's so cheesy, but that's my style. And she reels me in, not too much, but just enough to keep things realistic, not burn ourselves out, not run too hard, too fast, not make careless mistakes. And so, yin to my yang, I'm just so grateful for you, Sertrice. And we would not be where we are right now if it wasn't for you. So thank you for taking a risk on a startup consulting firm. Also, oh my gosh, bringing on Camaria Lehman it's been so amazing. She's only been here for a few short months, but what she's done with her, product development and operational excellence is setting up our company for success in a way with systems and processes, and just looking at it through an MBA's lens, because that's her background. So she's like our only non-organizational psychologist on staff full time. But she brings her MBA, brings like her non-IO, but very like business-centric view and strategic view into the work we do. And between, me, Camaria, and Sertrice leading this company, we're the dynamic trio, right? It's just, we all have our unique skills that we bring to the table. And this is diversity in action. Like, this is, even though we're all women, like, we all have bringing these unique backgrounds and experiences and skill sets that together making better decisions, building better products, better processes. So grateful. And also, Kelsie, Sarah, Julie, Chrissy, Michael, Chris, like, you are all incredible. I'm so honored and privileged that you chose to work with us and share your passion and your skill sets and your hearts to the work that we do and the clients that we work with. Thank you. I'm so excited to do even more work with you in 2022. And so, looking back on how we've grown these last few years, I started this company as a solopreneur. I started it with nothing. I've never had a dime of investment money. Just completely built it out of nothing. So I started it from nothing. I grew the company, of course, in partnership with the amazing team that, has been growing and will continue growing into 2022. And in 2021, I fought for this company in more ways that I care to get into on a live stream. But, after starting it, building it, growing it, fighting for it, 2022 there's nothing that's going to get in our way. 2022 is going to be Mattingly Solutions, doing what we do best, improving the human experience at work, helping our clients actually measure workplace inclusion in a quantifiable way, building data-driven diversity, equity, inclusion strategies, and, implementing evidence-based behavior change interventions. So not training here, people, but long-term sustainable behavior change interventions that result in treating each other in ways that make us all feel valued, respected, seen, and heard. And so I'm just so honored and privileged that I get to do this work, that I have amazing people and partners and clients and, audience around me to support me and cheer me on. Thank you for all that support. Please, continue following us and following along and, sharing your ideas, asking your questions, connecting us to people who have similar, mindsets. And I look forward to seeing what is to come in 2022. But Happy New Year, everyone. Don't let COVID, stop us from living. Be safe, though. You can do both. I don't understand how it became a mutually exclusive conversation. You can still live and be safe. Get vaxxed, wear your masks. But, take care of yourself. I'm hopeful 2022 will be a better year than this 2021 stuff that we've been dealing with. Happy New Year, and we'll see you next year.